You sent a message, they read it, and then nothing. No reply, no explanation, no ending. Just silence where a person used to be. You've probably been there. What most people don't know is what's actually happening inside the brain of the person who disappeared, and why silence felt easier to them than a single honest sentence. The easy explanation is that they didn't care. That ghosting is a symptom of selfishness, of emotional immaturity, of a generation that treats people as disposable. That explanation is satisfying. It is also incomplete. The psychology of ghosting is not primarily about cruelty. It is about avoidance. And avoidance, at a neurological level, is not a character flaw. It is a coping mechanism, one that develops early, runs deep, and is considerably harder to override than most people assume. Researchers studying ghosting behavior consistently find one trait that predicts it more reliably than any other: attachment style. Specifically, avoidant attachment, a pattern that develops in childhood when emotional needs are repeatedly met with distance, dismissal, or inconsistency. Children who learn that expressing emotional needs leads to discomfort or rejection don't stop having those needs. Learn to suppress them. They learn that the safest response to emotional intensity is withdrawal, and they carry that learning into every relationship they form as adults. For someone with avoidant attachment, a conversation that requires emotional honesty, "I don't want to continue this. I'm not feeling it anymore. This isn't working for me," is not simply uncomfortable. It activates the same threat response the brain uses for physical danger. The amygdala fires. Cortisol rises. The body reads emotional confrontation as something to escape, and the fastest, most complete form of escape available is silence. This is not a conscious calculation. The person who ghosts is rarely thinking, "I will choose silence over honesty because it costs me less." They are reacting. The discomfort of the conversation feels genuinely unbearable to them in a way that is difficult to explain to someone whose nervous system doesn't work the same way. So they do what their nervous system has always told them to do. They disappear. What happens on the other side is a different neurological event entirely. The brain of the person who was ghosted encounters something it is specifically not built to handle: rejection without closure. The human brain processes social rejection in the same neural regions that process physical pain: the anterior cingulate cortex, the insula. This is not metaphor. Rejection genuinely hurts, in the same way a burn or a broken bone hurts. But physical pain has a clear cause and a predictable resolution. The pain of ghosting has neither. Without an explanation, the brain cannot complete its processing of the event. It searches for a cause. It replays the last conversations, scans for the moment things changed, constructs and discards theories. This is not weakness or obsession. It is the brain doing exactly what it was designed to do, seeking pattern and resolution in a situation specifically engineered to provide neither. The 2018 study that surveyed ghosting behavior found something that has stayed with researchers. Over 25% of people who admitted to ghosting someone simultaneously described ghosting as cruel and unacceptable. One learned to pursue resolution. One learned to avoid it. And when those two systems meet, the collision produces exactly this: one person waiting for a message that will never come, and one person who genuinely cannot explain why they never sent it. The silence was never really about you.